Hey, this is Hassan and Naila. We are that clay couple.
We work with you to have a genius relationship with yourself so you can master all of the other relationships that matter to you the most. This week, we've been working with, the regular people that we work with, and we've been seeing like a couple of things a couple of times. And we want to be able to share this information with you so that you won't struggle in the same areas that others are. So, for example, we've been working with the couple with the infidelity issues, and they've decided to work it out. Right. Everyone doesn't divorce over infidelity.
Right. And normally a lot of people don't divorce over infidelity, actually.
That's true. A lot of people don't. Many people don't know that, though. They think, oh, you cheated on me, I'm out. But many people don't.
Money or something they should have. Many people don't divorce because of that.
And so they know it's going to be work, but we mentioned a couple of things to them that go along with recovery that no one really talks about. For example, we let them know you'll have some bad experiences with your spouse because you're going to have all the questions that come up because of the pain. Like you'll just, be sitting there thinking about what they did to you. And you're going to get a side eye. And you'll get mad. And you start laying them out in your head.
And like, what in the world made you decide to do something that stupid or whatever the case may be?
Right, and you just say something. You just say something out of the clear blue because of what happened in your head. Because you're going to want to respond to the thoughts in your head. Right. But there's a problem because if you do that every time, your husband or wife, they're not going to be motivated to work with you.
Right, they're not going to be inspired. I mean, they're already feeling guilty or has some type of remorse going on in the first place.
Because they messed up.
Right.
So a part of this will be using counseling to be able to get the questions out, but then to manage yourself when you're not in counseling. And so when we said this, it was it was a big goal. Right. Because the person who has been hurt, they want to know why I gotta control.
Why I got to control me? Why I got to hold me back?
Well, why can't I say what I want to say? Exactly. I didn't put us in this situation, and they're right. But then we're not finished. Okay, so let's say on the other hand, you have a spouse who had a long-term affair that they've physically ended. But now you have to live with your husband or wife as they work through the emotional attachment.
Or detachment, actually.
They have to work through detachment.
Right.
Because literally, they married and breaking up with somebody at the same time. It's, no. I don't want to try to work it out with you while you trying to work out how you caught some feelings from someone
that you had no business being engaged into within the first place.
Right, you caught some feelings you ain't had no business catching them. Why you catch them? Why ain't you drop them?
Right, you shouldn't have been catching in the first place.
Right, and so it doesn't feel fair. But this is a part of the process. Okay, and then as time goes on, you may find out more details that's going to piss you off. And you're going to feel betrayed over and over again.
Right.
But you've agreed to position yourself to work on the marriage. Well, what's that saying? Well, what happens in the dark? What happens in the dark comes to the light. Right. And so sometimes it comes to the light slow.
Right. Over a span of time.
So,
I have a situation where we had a couple who guy was no longer engaged in dealing with this type of stuff, but had an old email address that he knew nothing about, that he didn't remember.
Well, no, he knew,
but he forgot about it.
He forgot.
Right. And then something popped up on that email, and he's like, man, I don't even deal with this email no more. But he didn't go back and undo some things because he forgot.
Right, and so this is what happens. So when dishonesty at any level occurs, truths may come out at any time. And these feelings happen, like I said, with any type of dishonesty. And again, now we told them all these things and they choked, but then they admitted that it already happened. And so, and this is the thing about recovery and healing. Healing is healthy, but the process, it hurts.
It hurts. It hurts.
It stings.
There's some pain. There's some pain in that.
And so, and there's so many other things that we try to substitute healing with. We try to ignore it.
We go to work.
Yeah, we start working too much.
Right. Throw ourselves in a job or
eat too much. Or we
binge watch TV.
Wait a minute, binge watching TV is okay. I do that. But you turn off your own thoughts when your intuition speaks to you, your gut tries to tell you something. You know that you need to reflect. And then you try, I don't want to tend to my business because my business hurts. So then I start tending to other people's business. You know, you need to pray. You avoid that. And then you open yourself to be pray.
Exactly.
You know you need to be closer to God. And even that, because you have to maybe admit some fault. So you distance yourself with that and you pull someone else closer to you, putting God further away from you.
Right. And causing you more issues and more problems because now you're attaching yourself to something that, again, you shouldn't attach yourself to. Right. And
it's not going to
It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
It's not going to help you heal.
Right. So
avoiding healing, avoiding recovery, you know, causes couples to have the same issues. You know, we hear oftentimes, I'm just tired of having the same problems. And it's really not that they don't have the same problems. The reason why they have the same stuff is because they've never done anything.
Right, they haven't done anything to resolve those things. You know, they still continue to just, you know, oh, here's the operative word. I'm just going to let it go.
Okay, well, where did it go?
Where did it go?
When you let it go, where did it go?
It stood right
there. It stayed right there. No, so let it go really means is
I'm gonna duck my head in the sand and I ain't gonna pay attention to it.
Okay, and that's when you substitute silence with healing.
Right. Okay. And you get kicked in your behind. Basically.
Hard. Hard. Because no resolution and no healing cause the same mess to come up. You remember at the retreat, next month, we have a couples exercise where a little game that the couples actually play to let you see what it is that you're doing in your marriage to either help or to jack yourself up to keep you from being able to work stuff out. So the key thing here is remembering that in each situation, healing requires some steps that you cannot avoid.
Right. You can't jump from 1 to 5 and think you're going to be okay. You have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5.
And sometimes you may have to go back to 5 again because something else came up. Remember when we said stuff may come out.
Right. And so you might have to go back to 3 or back to 2 to work those steps back up to 5 again. Right. So just know that there's work to be done.
And examples of that is like, okay, you know that your husband or your wife was talking to someone on social media. Let's say it wasn't a physical affair, because this happens too. But then you find out your spouse gave him some money. You didn't know about the money.
Right.
You find out about the money maybe a year and a half later. And so now it's like, okay, I thought we had, recovered to, how you got a little extra, on Instagram, but I didn't, and then you gave our money away. And so now I'm feeling the dishonesty all over again. And your spouse is saying, hey, I thought we was good.
Right. I thought we was trying to make this thing happen. What happened? You done backtrack on me.
Okay, and this is all, these are all things that come with healing that no one talks about. People, healing is good for you. It's growth. It's a process. All of that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely true. But you need to be real about the work that you have to do that's involved in it. Because if you do not recognize what it is that you have to do individually, because for everyone it's something different.
It's something different, exactly.
And so if you don't recognize the work that it is that you have to do, you may think that you have, and you haven't. And then you don't find out usually you find out you have it when you get in a relationship with someone else. Or what were you gonna say?
No, I'm just, or you mess around and experience that setback again within your own relationship. Then you trying to, man, how'd I get here? You asking yourself, how'd I get back here? Or you're causing more commotion and more issues for a situation that your partner thinks, or your husband or wife think we done moved beyond at this point.
But you never did.
Right. You never did.
Right. Well, yeah. You never completed the process.
Exactly.
So be aware of all of the steps. And if you want to get a clue into what it is that you may be doing right, or even a loophole that you have within your marriage, you can come to the retreat in Atlanta. Was it March 9th?
March 9th for the
March
couples.
9th for the couples. I said www.thatclaycouple.com.
Yeah.